Hi there. So this is now step 3 and your final step of your pencil versus camera project. Okay, so at this point you should make sure that your drawing matches up with the background photo, that all of these connecting lines fit together, you know, as best as possible, and you've tried to rotate it and scale it, so you've done your very best here and everything is looking pretty close. Okay, if it's not exactly detailed and exactly the same, that's okay, but you definitely want to check that your main lines work. But now what we're going to do is we're going to actually increase the contrast a little bit of your drawing and you know, just brighten it a little bit before we save our final one. So in this step you're just going to go here to Image, go down to Adjustments, and let's go to Exposure. Exposure controls the brightness or darkness of a photo. So you will see this window pop up for exposure, and just here, just brighten it a little bit. Wow, whew, that's a little too much. I don't need it that bright, but I think just a little brighter would look nice. Okay. So for my photo, it ends up being about this. Everyone's photo might be slightly different. So, you know, check to see that it's bright, but you certainly don't want it to look something like that, right? Completely washes it out. So that might be enough for me, just a little bit. Okay, so I just press OK when I'm happy with it. Okay, and it's processing that. Now I'm going to do my second thing. So first thing is changing the exposure, brightening the whole photo. And then now I'm going to go to Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast. Okay, I don't need to adjust brightness. It's really the contrast that I want to control. So contrast, increasing the contrast is going to make my darks darker and my whites whiter. I actually don't have to do too much. I think it's looking pretty good. I don't need to change a lot. I think 14 is probably enough for me. Okay, so very small adjustments here. And let's see, maybe this would also do expose. Oh yeah. Like that. Okay. So you might just play around with those levels. Of course, zoom in if you want to really see how that's looking nicely, okay, just to see the clarity over there. And then just press OK. And at this point, if you're happy with how that looks, just double check that everything matches, then you're ready to save it. So this is what you do. You go to File, Save As. Okay, please give it your name and Final PVSC, Pencil versus Camera. Okay, so I know it's your final. Save it on your desktop. And here for format, you want to put JPEG. Okay, so just click down on those arrows there, go to JPEG, and go save. And it will say, you know, you can control where it saves. I'm going to put it in my Pencil versus Camera folder. Maximum quality, 10 is great. Press OK. And it's going to save. And I'm also going to save a Photoshop version. So I'm going to go to Save As. So I'm saving 2 versions now. Amy, Final, Pencil versus Camera. And I'm saving it as the Photoshop format. So now I'm going to have 2 files. And if I save it in Photoshop, it gives me the chance to go back and fix it if I want, or adjust with it. So I'm going to still have those layers. And it's just always nice to have like a working file that you can go back to just in case. And press Save. Okay. So at this point, if you go to your Finder and I'm going to go to my desktop. Got lots of stuff here. Pencil versus Camera folder. And here I've got my final JPEG, JPG will be the end of that file. I've got my PSD, which is my Photoshop file, and then I have the first two. So please email me your JPEG when you're done. Okay, this is what I need. You're going to email me the JPG file. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully you have an easy time with this. Send me your JPEG file.